The board has been in executive session for the past 21 minutes for the purpose of discussing confidential matters as outlined in 2.01. The matters that were discussed will be disclosed to the public as soon as possible once the reason for non-disclosure no longer exists. So moved.
Second.
Annette, can you please take the roll?
Mrs. Parenti?
Yes.
Mrs. Zajac?
Yes.
Mrs. Jeffrey?
Yes.
Mrs. Perry?
Yes.
Mrs. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Reynolds?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll now move on to our announcements. I do not have anything to report since it's July and it's summer. I'm excited to get ready for the next school year. Now, our superintendent of schools, Dr. Roberta Freeman.
I have nothing to report. We're just moving along, getting ready for September.
Thank you. Don't rush it. Now, our business administrator board secretary, Ms. Annette Giordano.
Good evening. I have no announcements per se, but the only thing I would like to report is that all of our construction and facilities projects are moving along. Everything is on schedule. Hopefully the administration will be back at the high school within the next week and a half or two. And hopefully everything will be continuing to go on as it has been and we'll be good to go come September. Thank you.
When will we have I'm not sure. When will we have a report of how many residents that re-registration process?
Turn it on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to know like an update of when or progress when we will have a report of the re-registration process and where are we? I don't know if we will address that anywhere else, but.
So that would be me, not
Okay.
Annette.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So the re-registration process continues on. The actual timeline was, yes, the ending was June 25th for everyone to submit their records. And then from there, Mr. Benderoff is going through each one to verify. Also, anyone who did not complete the re-registration, he's reaching out to them, sending letters, and people who submitted insufficient, uploaded insufficient documents, he also has to address that. So there are no final numbers right now. If the timeline that was sent out was June 25th, that's for everyone to respond. The month of July is for him to do that work. Re-registration was scheduled to be completed by August 1st. Okay, so at the next meeting, definitely would have more solid numbers.
What numbers do you have today?
This is not the public comment portion. We can, this is not the public comment portion, so when we get there, you can ask that question. Okay, we'll move on to our liaison reports. Since Sharon is not here tonight, we only have our Middlesex County SBA delegate and our Borough Alliance liaison, Mr. Tom Ford.
There's no reports because there's been no meetings.
Just flying through these.
Sorry.
Our Middlesex Public Library Board of Education representative, Ms. Erin Gomez.
So I have nothing really to report either. The meeting was Monday and they ended up just doing a small phone call because of the weather. The storm was so bad, nobody could actually get over there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll move on to our meeting minutes from last month and corrections and revisions to board agendas. We went over this last night. Superintendent recommends approval of items 5.01 to 5.02 as presented. So moved. Second. And any questions? Comments, discussions on that? Okay, Annette, can you please take the roll?
Mrs. Parenti?
Yes.
Mrs. Zajac?
Abstain from 5.02, June 18th, yes to everything else.
Mrs. Jeffrey? Yes. Mrs. Perry?
Yes.
Mrs. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Reynolds?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Linda, I think you have to abstain for the minutes, just the minutes, 5.01.
Yes, I'm asking for 5.01.
Okay, we will now open the public comment portion of the meeting. Comments at this time are limited to agenda items only. Please come to the podium and put your name, address, email address, and the subject of your comment into the record book. Before speaking, please give your name, address, and subject of your comment to Ms. Annette Giordano, Business Administrator, Board Secretary. Direct your comments and questions to the Board President. You may speak on 2 separate topics for up to 3 minutes each.
Laura Thomas, 109 Green Avenue. I have a question. I couldn't open up the MOUs. I opened up the one and it talked about video surveillance, but there were 2 others listed there, but it didn't have a place to click to read them.
It's probably security reasons, correct? Is that?
The other 2 employees that employ is.
There were 2 that were in the executive content that weren't in the
Right,
public.
yeah. So those are, the ones that are in executive content cannot be viewed by the public for, I guess, security reasons? Yes, security reasons. But let me see.
Can you tell me what they mean?
The standard minimum wage.
Yes, so,
Oh, yep.
so I'm not sure, I think you're referring to the live streaming MOU.
Said, I can't hear you.
Yeah. So this thing on?
I think you're referring to the live streaming MOU, but I'm not sure. Is that what,
Let me,
assuming that's the case, that's an MOU between school districts and local police departments, giving them access to live stream under certain circumstances.
that
So it
was
means
video
they-
surveillance, that's what that was.
Correct.
That's the one I could read, but the other 2, I couldn't, I don't know what they were.
What were the other 2? Do you know offhand?
Okay, let's see here. The first one says, uniform state law memorandum of understanding between Brunswick Board for the memorandum of understanding may be viewed here. That's the one I clicked, and it said video agreement.
So that would be the live
next
streaming one.
one- The next one, there's 3 of them, but it doesn't, the third one is the live streaming one.
Okay.
I'm just looking for the MOU for the class 3 officers, I didn't want to miss it.
That is not one.
That's not one of these.
That's still being.
These are all related to the relationship between the local law enforcement departments and the school district. This has nothing to do with
Can you
that.
tell me what the number 6 and number 6 is?
Number 6 is virtual remote instruction. So I think she's talking about number 4 and number 5. So this would see.
I'm sorry, number 4.
Number 4 is the MOU
Number
between law
3, I
enforcement.
clicked to view, and I could read about the video surveillance.
Yes.
Number 4, there was nothing to click, but I don't know what it's for.
We'll look into that. If it's appropriate to respond, I'm sure someone will respond to you. I have to look at it and see if that's the issue. It might be that it's not appropriate to respond to that.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Nadine Petrowski, 41 Glengarry Road, Middlesex, New Jersey. Underneath personnel on June 18th, could you explain for the personnel section 11.01 why it's step 6 corrected to step 8?
So I'm sorry, which one are you looking at? What agenda item?
It's this agenda 5.02, correction revisions to previous board agenda. Personnel, section 11.01, appointments contractual. It was, I don't want to bring up the person's name, but it says read step 6, corrected to step 8.
You know, I don't know that that could be answered without talking about that person in public.
Well,
You're asking for the reason why the salary's been increased for that particular employee?
I'm asking, was it increased or was it just that there was a mistype?
I mean, you could answer if there was a mistype, but any substantive discussion would be appropriate in public right now.
Yeah, that's the first.
Usually if it's in the corrected minutes, it's because it's a mistake.
Okay, so we're going to double check, but we believe that it was just a mistake in the original agenda, the agenda from last month. But we're going to double check on that. If it was not, it's a personnel matter, so we can't discuss it.
Oh, okay, because I guess I just thought once you signed the contract, it is what it is.
Okay, We will now close the public comment portion of the meeting. Oftentimes, it may appear to members of our audience that the Board of Education takes action with very little comment and in many cases, a unanimous vote. Before a matter is placed on the agenda at a public meeting, the administration has thoroughly reviewed the matter with the superintendent of schools. If the superintendent is satisfied that the matter is ready to be presented to the Board of Education, it is then referred to the appropriate board committee. The members of the board committee work with the administration and the superintendent to assure that the members fully understand the matter. When the committee is satisfied with the matter, it is presented to the Board of Education for discussion before any final action is taken. Only then is it placed on the agenda for action at a public meeting. Okay, we'll move on to our personnel items. Todd is not here today. So superintendent recommends approval of personnel action items 9.01 to 9.12 as presented. So moved. Second. Any questions, discussions? Okay, Annette, can you please take the roll?
Mrs. Parenti?
Yes.
Mrs. Bayachek?
Yes.
Ms. Jeffrey? Yes. Mrs. Perry?
Yes.
Mrs. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Reynolds?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Thank you. We will now move on to our education report by our committee chair, Mrs. Brenda Perry.
The superintendent recommends approval of education action items 1101 through 1115 as presented. So moved.
Second. Any questions or discussions? Okay, Annette, can you please take the roll?
Mrs. Parenti?
Yes.
Mrs. Bayachek?
Yes.
Ms. Jeffrey? Mrs. Perry?
Yes.
Mrs. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Reynolds?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Okay, we don't have any policy action items. We'll move on to our facilities and finance report. Since Mr. Nicolay is not here, we will go to our vice chair, Mrs. Shannon Quinn.
Okay, good evening. Superintendent recommends approval of facilities and finance action items 14.01 to 14.13. So moved.
Any questions or discussions? Okay, Annette, can you please take the roll?
Mrs. Parenti?
Yes.
Mrs. Bayachek?
Yes.
Ms. Jeffrey? Yes. Mrs. Perry?
Yes.
Mrs. Quinn?
Yes.
Mrs. Reynolds?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Okay, do we have any ongoing business? Any new business for the summer? Okay, then we will open our second public comment portion of the meeting. Comments at this time can be on any topic. Please come to the podium and put your name, address, email address, and subject of your comment into the record book. Before speaking, please give your name, address, and subject of your comment to Ms. Annette Giordano, Business Administrator, Board Secretary. Direct your comments and questions to the Board President. You may speak on 2 separate topics for up to 3 minutes each.
Bo Thompson. I was wondering if you could tell me what the lunch arrears were for this past school year.
We can get you that information. We don't have that off the
Okay.
top right now.
And if it was, how was it paid? Or how was it handled during the year? And I know you, I think, Shannon asked about, you asked about the registration. So my question is, can you give me a percentage of what has been done up until June 25th? I know there's not a final report, but a percentage, half, 3/4, 1/4,
Half that are completed.
that completed it by their deadline. Half?
Yes.
Okay. And
So current, those are current students.
So what happens to the ones that didn't do it?
They're being contacted.
Okay, and what happens if they don't do it?
They have to.
Okay, if they don't, then they don't come to school? Okay, and of that, 50% that has been done.
Yes.
Great.
An approximate percent of how many did not live in Middlesex? One person?
Yes.
One student, okay. I see that there are some resignations on the agenda, but my question, I'm reading up in general because it was for any people that are resigning. Is there an exit interview done with these people? And if so, who does it?
Thank you.
Are exit interviews done with people that resign?
We will find out.
You don't know if you do.
I don't know.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is on that five cents and five Middlesex. I just have two comments. One, I appreciate. Oh, there it is. I appreciate the feedback that was given to Ms. Jeffries tonight, because I was a little appalled about Jeffrey, I'm sorry, the article that I saw in Middlesex, where the numbers weren't being distributed. I appreciate the open communication. At least it gives us some idea of what's happening. Okay. The second thing I would like to say is that I don't know if everybody saw, like in Newark, they offered like some kids that graduated from high school that were going on to college to be teachers, positions when they graduated from college. They offered, I think, like 20-something kids these positions. And I was just curious, I don't know if you didn't see it or not, but it's pretty amazing to see it, because these kids didn't know. And they were offered a $70,000 job when they finished their college, which to me gave them a really nice incentive to complete their schooling. And I'm sure a lot went on behind the scenes and everything else, but I know like Keene is a really big educational school here, and New Jersey, the School of New Jersey. We've got a lot of good schools here that we should be able to go to some of those schools and say, we'd like to offer our kids in our high school this. And then we don't have to worry about the teacher shortage. You might have 10 kids in 4 years that are graduating that you can, I'm sure there's clauses, like there's got to be positions open and everything else, but, or even hold that position until that person graduates. I just think, like maybe somebody should start a little committee and look at that. I thought it was fascinating, and I think, although some people may not agree with it, but I think some of our best teachers in our school district are teachers that were taught here. And I think we should embrace that again, because I think we're missing that. That's all I have to say. But if you need the video, I think we could find it out online, but it was truly amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we will now close the public comment portion of the meeting. We do not have to go back into executive session, so I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. So moved. Second. All in favor? Aye.